Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dal. And patch 10.2 launched earlier this week with the new seasonal endgame content of the new Emergency raid, the new season of PvP, and the new Mythic Plus season arriving in just a handful of days. The start of the new season offers a perfect opportunity for anyone to jump into the endgame content, especially if you're looking to be a little bit more serious and more competitive this time around. But if you want to be more competitive, you gotta have an edge above everybody else. And the best way to do that is to make sure that your gear is the best that it can be from day one. And what if I told you can get some of the better gear without even having to step into the last raid tier of Aberrus on Mythic? Instead, you could do open world content in order to catch up on gear and items. So in this video, I want to go over how you can utilize all of the open world content right now to guarantee yourself items that can be upgraded to a 450 item level quality and above. How you can easily catch up to get your tier set bonuses from Season 2. And how to obtain some of the more competitive trinkets available right now. But right before we get into this gearing catch-up guide ahead of Season 3, most of you guys watching these types of videos are still not subscribed. However, the more of you remind, the more of you do. So let's keep it going. Subscribe to the channel and ring the bell if you're watching these videos anyway. Especially if you want to get more regular content regarding Dragonflight 10.2 or any of the future updates going forward. The first place to get some new gear upgrades is the new zone of the Emerald Dream, where we have 3 weekly quests that we can complete to get additional items. First, we have the reputation quest for the newest faction of the Dream Wardens, where all you have to do is earn 1,500 reputation with the newest faction. And one of the easiest ways to get a huge bulk of that reputation is to also pick up the Super Bloom quest, which is part of a new open world activity within the Emerald Dream, where you follow around the Ancient of Spruce Crown as he revitalizes the Emerald Dream. Everywhere that Spruce Crown goes, there will be a Dryad following him closely, and you'll be able to get the Super Bloom quest from that Dryad. Not only do you obtain a new piece of gear, but also a reputation token worth 1000 rep with the newest Dream Wardens faction, and the rest of the reputation can be earned while doing the Blooming Dream Seed weekly quest, which requires you to plant 5 Dream Seeds all around the Emerald Dream. Technically, you could just fly around to plant all of your seeds to get the quest done quickly. However, if you do stick around and nourish these seeds, they will provide you with additional reputation towards the newest faction, as long as these seeds are nourished into either a medium or a large emerald bloom. And once you complete all 3 quests, you will earn Veteran Track Epic Gear that starts out at 441 item level minimum, but has a chance to upscale to 450 naturally. And these items can be upgraded to 463 item level if you have enough flight stones as well as crests, which should result in a decent item level boost early on. Besides the Emerald Dream, all other forms of open world content also saw a bit of an increase as of the patch 10.2. This means that content such as Dream Surges, Time Rifts, and even Suffusion Camps all retain some form of relevance when it comes to obtaining some powerful early entry-level items. The first of these will be Time Rifts, which are held in the center of Thaldraszus every hour. Completing a Time Rift and defeating the final boss awards you a token which can be traded in to buy gear or trinkets. The Time Rift trinkets in particular are actually quite powerful. These paracausal trinkets can be upgraded to an item level of 450 maximum. And in some cases, these trinkets actually perform better, at least when it comes to simming numbers, than the endgame mythic raid trinkets from the raid tier of Aberrus, which can really make them worth your while. Then we have the recently added Dream Surges, where collecting 100 Dream Surge Coalescence can award you a token, which can also be traded in for gear and items. And this coalescence currency is extremely easy to obtain. You can collect coalescence from doing world quests, slaying rares, or even participating in Dream Surge invasions. But you can also collect coalescence while exploring the open world on the back of your dragon riding mount. And after collecting 100 coalescence, you get a currency of chrysalis, which can then be exchanged for any piece of gear or items. And just like the Time Rift trinkets, the Dream Surge gear can also be upgraded to an item level of 450. Which can actually turn out to be on par or even better with some of the mythic Aberrus pieces. Then we have Suffusion Camps, which function similarly to Dream Surges, though instead of having to collect any kind of currency, you instead just have to slay or summon the Forge Master of that camp. These Suffusion camps are either located in the Onaran Plains or the Azure Span, with the location changing every single week. Summoning and slaying the Forge Master awards you a Suffusion camp key. Once you collect 3 of these keys, you use them to open up the Suffusion camp shipments. Inside of the shipments will be a randomized piece of gear, which is upgradable. Just like Dream Surge gear, as well as Time Rift gear, Suffusion camp gear can also be upgraded to a maximum item level of 450. Another benefit of getting gear from Time Rifts, Dream Surges, as well as Suffusion camps, all of these items can be transformed into the Aberrus Season 2 tier set bonuses. Once you acquire any items from either of these 3 open world activities, head back to the Revival Catalyst. If any of your items are shoulders, gloves, pants, chests, or helms, those specific items will be able to house the tier set bonus from the Aberrus Raid tier. Now, these tier bonuses are not nearly as powerful as some of the tier set bonuses that we'll be able to acquire once Season 3 officially launches, but being able to head into the Season 3 with at least some form of a tier set is better than having none at all, as tier sets do still offer quite a bit of substantial power gains for every single class and spec. And it's highly recommended for you to get your hands on the older tier set before you start participating in some of the more competitive parts of the Season 3 endgame content. Besides open world events, you should also be on the lookout for world quests specifically within the Emerald Dream, as these items will be similar in power to what you can get from Dream Surges, Time Rifts, and Suffusion camps, with all of these items potentially also scaling to item level of 450. Lastly, this week is the very first week where you can get your hands on a Spark of Dreams, which is a crucial component used in crafting gear and items for the Season 3. To get your hands on one of these sparks, you first have to finish out the Reputation quest with the Dream Wardens. Then you'll be able to talk to Lady Moonberry, found in the main player hub in the Emerald Dream, who will grant you a second fragment of that spark. Combining 2 of these fragments and 250 flight stones allows you to create the Spark of Dreams. And these sparks allow you to either use the Profession system or the Work Order system to craft any item of your choosing, whether you're looking for weapons, accessories, armor pieces, or embellishments. A max rank version of any crafted item can reach the item level of 463, and later down the line you'll be able to utilize Enchanted Aspect Dreaming Crest to upgrade these items up to a maximum item level of 486. But getting a crafted item this early does allow you to have at least a little bit of that item level advantage early on, especially if you play a class like a melee which scale directly off of weapons. These items can serve as an early upgrade, but then can be further invested into down the line. So if you already know your class's best in slot crafted items, you could start crafting them now in order to have a little bit of a leg up before the launch of Season 3. As per usual, if you guys enjoyed this video or found it informative, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I would very much appreciate it. And as always, in the description of every single video and live stream, we have a link to our Discord community channel. Probably the best place to reach out to me directly in case you want to let me know what you thought about this video or hang out with the rest of the community to discuss some of the upcoming changes. Join our Discord to become part of the community. But otherwise, thank you all so much for watching this video. I do hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know all of your thoughts down below. And as always, I'll see all of you guys in another video.